Hey guys, Katie here. Hey, listen, I am coming to you live from my home office, which I'm so grateful for, and I'm so glad that I get to work from home every single day and get to talk and educate on things that I have been through that work, that don't work, and that can help you, regardless of any business that you're in. You could be in a home business right now. I can definitely relate to a lot of people in that industry, and I'm actually going to tell you a little bit of my story. There's so much to my story, just as if you're watching this, you might have experienced a lot inside this industry. Maybe you've gone through a lot of hell like I have. And I'm going to be talking about a couple of things that could be costing you a lot of money. Okay, it could be costing you a lot of money. Actually, this can actually drive you to quit if you're doing this. It will exhaust you. It could hurt relationships that you actually currently have inside the industry. It could hurt relationships with your family. It can hurt relationships with your friends. It can be really, 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 really detrimental. And I learned this the hard way. You're actually looking at someone who knows what it's like to actually hurt a lot of people, not on purpose. But because of what I didn't know, because of some things that I've been through inside this industry that have cost me. They've cost me my time. They've almost cost me, even my marriage. I've learned so much. And I could sit here and talk about, I could tell you a lot of stories, and I'm going to be telling a lot of stories. And I'm actually really excited now that I have been through a lot of things that I've been through, and I'm still going through a lot of things. So one thing I'm very transparent about is that I am not perfect. I'm not the end all be all. I don't know everything. I am someone who is still taking notes, who is still learning from other leadership, who is still doing her best to follow directions, who is still, trying to learn, grow, do more, help more people, right? Because you've got to actually know what to do before you can help other people. But there are two very costly things that I have learned inside the home business industry that I've really learned the hard way. And as a matter of fact, it took me a long time to grow out of this and not feel guilty and not feel shameful that I'm not able to be this total person, this total package for people. Because the truth is anytime you're in business for yourself and you have a system, it's the system that's duplicatable. It's not the people. And when you start putting all of let's just say, if you expect a lot out of leadership, which I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have expectations from people, because you know what? We do put our trust in people. We do put our trust in leadership. However, come on, let me just tell you, you cannot be putting all of that into another person, because he who trusts in man becomes cursed. And you're someone who actually, looking at someone who has a strong faith in God, he who trusts in the Lord is blessed. So, anyways, there are two things that have cost me a lot of money. Number one, when I first ventured into the home business industry, I was on unemployment. I was a new mom, and I was looking for a way that I could work from home. I had people come. I used to run gyms for many years. I had people come into my gyms, begging me to rep their product for years, and I just thought that those people were crazy. I'm like, I would never do that. But I found myself open-minded to looking into the industry, because the more I thought about putting my daughter back in daycare 60 hours a week, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore, So I get into the industry, and I actually did have some success right out the gate. However, here's what happened. I was taught by leadership to build other people's businesses. I was taught by leadership to do all the presentations for people. I was taught by leadership to do everybody's phone calls. I was taught by leadership that this is the system you must follow. And what ended up happening is I ended up working 7 days a week. I was not a happy person to be around, because I did that day in and day out for like an entire year. And after a year, I was like, screw this bull crap. I'm traveling all around the place. And even though I was making money, it ended up being pennies compared, what I was actually bringing in compared to what I was putting out. I thought, this is a joke. I'm not doing this crap. So what do? I walk away from it. And in the process of all that work, all that hardship that I put into, that hard work that I put into my business, I was just so flustered because I got tired of people calling me saying, Katie, you do it better. Katie, you do the presentation. I even got talked into people with bigger networks. I even got talked into growing their business, which was a huge mistake. Listen to me. Just because you recruit someone who may have a big network doesn't make them God. Is a huge mistake that I made. Huge, huge, huge. What it ended up doing, even though I respected the person, even though I still love the person to this day, what it ended up doing was hurting me. It hurt my relationships. It hurt my time. It hurt my business. It did. I ended up making him more money than I made. So anyways, huge mistake that I made. I will never do that again. Guys, whoever joins your business, it is their responsibility to grow their business. It's not your responsibility. However, if you are a leader who has been through the grind, who can help people, now that's different. I've been through enough where I can mentor people at the levels that I can mentor them at now, after I've been in the industry for several years, for almost 5 years. Four years, 5, anyways, I don't even know. 2009 is when I got in the industry. So yeah, I can help a lot of people through things that I've been through, but I'm still not the end all be all answer. I actually point people to leadership. I point people to people like Danny Johnson, who I highly respect inside the industry. Still to this day, when I'm talking to somebody on the phone, I'm like, you need to go to Danny Johnson. Yeah. Come back to me in about 2 years. And that's what I do, because I just don't have time. There's certain level of person I'm looking to work with, and it's not someone who is down on the, unless they're hungry, unless they truly desire to learn how to make money from home. Yeah, then I will work with that person, but not someone who's just like wandering around, doesn't even know what they're doing. And then I send them up to a trusted resource to plug into. So that cost me a lot of money. Basically I said I would grow other people's businesses. That's how I was acting. And what ended up happening is I ended up exhausting myself, and I ended up quitting, walking away from that business, okay? And upsetting a lot of people. I hurt a lot of people, but I was at my wit's end. I was having a breakdown because I was only one person, and I had hundreds of people coming to me, and I didn't know what to do. It's not like I have, even though I'm married, it's not like I had a spouse that was helping me, because he doesn't care to be involved in any of the businesses that I do. He does his thing, I do my thing. So it's not like I had somebody helping me. So over the course of the last few years, it's taken me some time to learn how to build and grow as a leader, and really showing people how to grow their businesses, without them thinking that I have to be holding their hand through every single thing that they're doing. You don't have to be doing that, guys, because people are not duplicatable. Systems are. Okay, systems are duplicatable. So that cost me a lot of money. The second thing that cost me a lot of money, because I actually tried to get involved in a couple of other businesses, because I believed in the industry. I wanted to, I really wanted to grow a home business. So I did venture into another company, which was a mess. Listen, this is going to cost you a lot of money. Don't jump to another business. Don't do it. Unless it's like unless you have worn out your welcome, maybe at the company that you're with, or, I know, inside this industry, you go through a lot. You really do. But the truth is I still was completely in love with the first company that I built. I just was so damaged, and a lot of things had happened. I went through a lot of challenges with some leadership. There was a lot of unethical things that went down that I walked through that ended up hurting me, because I allowed certain things to go on inside of my business and my organization that I really shouldn't have. And it not only cost me tons of money, okay, it also cost me relationships, and those were hardships that I had to go through. So don't think you need to jump to another business, which is the second thing you need to understand. Don't, unless it's necessary, okay? Unless it's necessary, unless you think it's necessary. But, you know, make sure that you really, 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 really think about something like this. You don't just jump to another company just because, you know. I did because of a lot of things that was happening, and to tell you the truth, and I'm going to be very transparent here because I am not perfect. You know, I definitely could have been at a better place of probably maturity, maybe to deal with some of the things that came at me. I just was not in that place to do it, and you know what it did to me? It ended up completely wiping me out. It's taken me years to actually get back into the industry and to start being successful again, you know, which is kind of sad, you know, because I allowed a lot of things. I actually tried to, well, I take that back because I did build, I helped people build some businesses. I did some consulting over the last few years because I ran gyms for many years. I've helped gyms make millions of dollars, health clubs. And, you know, in that course of trying to get back into business for myself, you know, I had to really stop. And this is something I want you to really pay attention to here. I had to really stop and really look to see what I wanted. You know, I didn't really set a lot of clarity when I first jumped into the home business industry. I really didn't. I just wanted to make money from home. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be at home with my daughter. And because I'm probably a little bit of a stronger personality, I found myself in a lot of challenges inside of this industry, and there's a lot of stories that I'm going to be telling, I'm going to be blogging about, and I'm going to be writing about. But there's one thing that you don't have to do, okay? You don't have to walk away from your business. Don't be building other people's businesses, okay? They have a system they need to plug into. Yes, you're there to support them and help them, but you're not there to do it for them. You do not help anybody grow their business by doing it for them. They have got to go through the growth that they have to go through in order to get to where they want to go, okay? You can't deny them the process of growing. Because let me tell you something, over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, I would not take back one mistake. I have grown leaps and bounds. It's cost me some money. It's cost me a lot of frustration. It even put me in debt. But you know what? I still wouldn't regret any of it and don't regret any of it because I learned so much. But the next thing you don't want to do is you don't want to just jump to another company just because, unless you're hurting in this one area, which is exposure. A lot of people struggle in this area. They struggle with exposing their business. They don't know how to successfully expose their business. And this is actually something I'm passionate about helping other people do. Not just showing people how to do what I do. I like showing other people how to grow their current business, you know, and especially your home business. If you got a product or a service, or it doesn't have to be a home business, it can be your own product or service. Listen, I want you to go ahead and connect with me on Facebook, okay? Connect with me through email. Connect with me through Skype. I'll have that information below this video. I'll have some information. If you're looking, you're like, Katie, you know what? I really want to learn how to get more exposure in my business. I really want to learn how to successfully learn viral sustainability and learn how to lay the framework for a business, okay? Really learn how to generate more leads, getting people to come to you so you can attract the right target market. Listen, you are wasting your time if you're just, you know, if you're just trying to contact your friends and family. I'm telling you that right now, okay? I'm not saying that you can't be successful that way. And I'm not saying that you can't be successful from an offline approach. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I know people that do it. I still do it, okay? I just have learned how to relationship market online a lot faster, guys. There's a way to do it. It will annihilate millions of headaches that I'm sure that you've been through. If you've beat your head up against a wall like me, just trying to get people to come to me and to my business, oh my gosh, I cracked the code. Let's just put it that way. So friends, there's a lot of mistakes that I've made inside of business, but I don't regret any of them. But I know that I can help you grow your current business. I'm not always looking to recruit, you know, someone from another company. I'm not always looking to do that because I don't think there's any ethics in that. Now, however, sometimes, okay, I'm going to get really transparent here. Sometimes people are in a place where they're ready to move on, where they are ready to maybe grow their own platform. You know, I'm very passionate about helping people find their voice. And so not all companies allow that. Some companies are threatened by you being even more successful than you currently are in your home business or or whatever business that you have. Sometimes companies are threatened by that, and I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's right. I think if you have a bigger call in your life, and you have a message that's much bigger to take to the world, I firmly believe that you should build that. I really do, and I love showing people how to do that as well. So, anyways, click the link below. Get with me on Facebook, whatever. I would love to connect with you. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear if this helped you. I don't know. So I can't wait to meet you. It's truly a blessing to be working. I work with some of the greatest people in the world. I really do it. It's so much fun. And I get to do it, virally from the comfort of my own home. I don't have to travel unless I want to or whatever. So click the link below, connect with me, and I can't wait to meet you. Take care. Bye-bye.